An ice storm warning has been issued through 6 p.m. April 2nd for the counties in the dark purple that you see here across northern lower Michigan. That does include anywhere along M32 from Gaylord over toward Alpena through Atlanta, northward into Sheboygan, Rogers City, Petoskey, and up toward Mackinac, Wilderness State Park, Burt Lake State Park. So the ice has already accumulated about a quarter of an inch, and we could have another tenth to 2/10 of an inch as we go throughout the afternoon. Now, as you see here, it's not just the ice threat that's coming. We're going to have winds that could gust up to 35 miles per hour and a severe storm potential up here as well later on in the evening. That blowing that ice around, if it doesn't melt in time, could cause more damage and some long-term power outages. Now, switching modes, here's the latest of what we can expect on the severe weather potential after 4 p.m. until about 2 o'clock in the morning overnight. The yellow is a slight risk, which now includes about the bottom half of the lower peninsula. Now, the most notable threat here is going to be the tornado threat. Notice we have the colors, we also have the patterns. Colors indicate percent chance, the patterns indicate how intense the tornado could be. So we are starting to see an increased risk in southwest Michigan, specifically from Kalamazoo, St. Joseph, down toward South Bend, Indiana. That is going to give us the possibility, unfortunately, for a chance of an EF2 or possible to occur. Now, that doesn't mean that it will. It's just a chance that it could. We could have weaker ones than that. We're also not anticipating an outbreak. We're looking at a couple tornadoes, but if they do form, the ingredients are there for those to be on the stronger side. Kind of like a few weeks ago when the Three Rivers Union City tornado was the lone tornado, but it was a big one. Now, behind that, the next biggest threat is going to be straight line winds. We have the same thing. We have the colors indicating percent chance, which increases with the yellow, especially into the red. The brown is a low chance, but then you have the pattern. That pattern indicates that we have the possibility for wind gusts of 70 miles per hour, which is considered significant. So here's more of a zoomed in look at the timing. This is 7 o'clock. I think we're going to start to see some pretty heavy cells entering the west side of the state, especially, again, down into southwest Michigan by St. Joseph, Berrien County, Van Buren County, and eventually over to the east to St. Joseph County and Cass counties as well, Branch County too. This is 8 p.m. We got a couple lines, one a little further to the north and the big one down by Kalamazoo. This is one that we have to watch very closely down by Kalamazoo and Three Rivers. That races on through. You can already see kind of the Boeing shape there in the middle. Looks like a backward C or just the part of the letter D without the vertical part. That's indicating some high wind potential with that coming on through. That races over to the east. By 10 p.m., we're looking from the Tri-Cities, Flint, Jackson, Lansing, Shiawassee County, and down by Adrian, maybe even Ann Arbor as well. That goes over to the east. So by 11 o'clock, we're talking the thumb into southeast Michigan and the Detroit metro. And there's a couple little stragglers after that. I'm not really anticipating these ones being severe since a lot of the energy will have gotten wiped out already. But that will be the actual front coming through. So maybe a couple wind gusts or two. But again, going back really quickly, we're looking after 4 to 5 o'clock. There's the lines coming on through. They will be intense, but they're moving quickly. So at least it won't be a long severe weather window. But again, the possibility is there for some of these storms to be destructive. So I'll be watching it carefully for you into the evening.